Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Model Kit Beginner. We're looking today at the legendary Renault R8 Gordini in 1:24 from the fine French folks over at Hella. And I know there are model builders, when they hear Hella, they are getting sweaty palms, don't want to go near it. It's for them like a, turn this around, them like the boogeyman. It's not. If you like the subject, you know you will nevertheless go through with it. Here we go. Here is the size of the finished model. There you go. Use that if you want. Here are the recommended paints. Quite a palette, as you can see. And it's obviously done in France. If you didn't know, you know now. This kit came first out in 1963. Yes, I was amazed myself. I thought it was a bit later than that. No, 1968. It was a bit later. I thought it was an 80s or 90s kit, but it's a 60s kit, end of 60s kit. And obviously a very famous rally car. Anorex will know about it. Will know about the Renault R8 Gordini, which comes with a very nice instruction sheet. And looking at the print, you can see this is not from 1968. This is a 2021 Rebox, and they obviously upgraded a couple of things. One of them would be the instruction sheet, and there it gives you in eight different languages a little bit more about the history of the car, which I think is very, very good, and they are quite detailed about it. Here is the English version, so if you want to freeze frame this and have a closer look, you can do that. Gives you a little bit more about the history, about the rally successes. Biggest engine, I think, was a 1250 or 1300 model. They were built from between 62 and 1970. Very successful, very nippy little cars indeed. And because they had the engine at the back, they oversteered quite a bit, so you needed to know what you're doing. Very popular people who like drifting at the time. Right, then we have a quick look through here. So you put the engine together, all 1300cc of it. Here we have headers and all that kind of stuff. So here it gives you an idea how to get the exhaust system together, how to put in different panels, stuff which you shouldn't glue. It's very clean instructions. Tells you, you can see the color call out, so they tell you in every step which colors you need. I think it's quite nice. And then obviously they tell you how to paint them. You got all the color call outs, the numbers are right over here, and that would be a decal, which we have a good look right now. Then wheels on, tires on, suspension. And we start with the interior. Something very interesting about the interior, I'll tell you in a moment. Then obviously the interesting window interior. Oh no, that doesn't seem to be done like that. So they have interiors and windows apart. Thank you very much. I like that a lot more. There are Hella kits where the interior and the windows are all together. Then we have the dashboard right over here, the assembly of that. A bit of color coding in here. I'm sure that wasn't in the 68 instructions. And then you put it together. Then you have to put on the side trim. Remember the BMW 20 CSI from Hasegawa? They had the same thing. It's a pain. Right, then we have all the lights. Obviously, being a rally car, there are lots of them. Wheel covers and extensions right over there. Fender bulges here. And only for the front, interestingly enough. Also, it's a rear-wheel drive. We have the rear lights, the carrosserie. Here we get all the parts, so you can check if everything is in the box. And then, obviously, the decals, of which are not that many compared with today's rally cars, which are basically plastered with them, or they just get wrapped into the different sponsors. Colors, but here in those days that wasn't the case, so it's nice and clean. Just the Monte Carlo stickers on there, and yeah, you have two different versions. You can either do the 41 or the 23. Here we go. That is the instruction sheet of the Renault R8 Gordini. Let's have a quick look at the decals, which means I can zoom in a bit. Here we go. We have them right over here. As I said, two different ones for the 41 and the 23. And then they even have very nice dashboard decals. They have stripes. Let's see how that goes. I can see the whites will probably bleed through, so I would suggest to do a little bit of a clear coat before you put those on. You choose to use them, and yeah, that's it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It has dashboard decals, you know. I'm a huge fan of that, and yeah, very nice. Very nice. Well, I must say I've done hella decals before, and given that these are from 2021. I don't think there will be any problem with it. Then let's have a look at, I thought would be the tires, but it is not the tires only. It is tires and seats. Look at that. Seats are all vinyl. I don't even know how you paint those. Is this the roll cage in vinyl? You've got to be kidding me. It is. I think it's a roll cage or part of the roll cage. That's very interesting. Okay, so a lot more parts in vinyl than what you normally get. That's the French for you. They don't do anything conventional. Look at their cars. Here we go. Oh, they did in the past. Now they are part of mainstream, which is a pity. Here we go. And yeah, that is a all rubber vinyl kind of material. So not only the tires, which by the way look very nice, they have a seam in the middle, but that's not that much of an issue. And otherwise they have a very nice tread. Need a bit of cleanup. But yeah, interesting, yeah, very interesting. Then we have the glass, which you will excuse me if I'm not taking it out of the bag. Here we go. Yeah, it's a normal kind of glass. When I say normal, not like in some of the Hella kits where the glass and the interior of the doors is together. Here are the real lights, which look very nice actually. Can't think that it came out like that in 1968, so they must have upgraded the forms a bit. Yeah, no, for sure. Front window, rear window, very nice. And it also comes with a little bit of chrome. Let's just get a knife closer here. Here we are. Steering wheel in chrome, really? Right, and you have the bumpers right over there. Unfortunately connected there. We have those side rails, which I will have to repaint all of them. Sorry, there's a bit of a cut here. Just got a call in. Right, here we have the bumpers. Headlights right over here. Yeah, there will be a lot of re-chroming to be done, especially those that trim here on the side. Why did they put these things on? Yeah, anyway, so that needs to be off. The chrome needs to be taken off. They break so easily. These things break so easily. And then repaint it and put the trim on. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, so that's that. So that's not easily done. These little chrome side stripes are always a bit of a nightmare, but obviously that's us modelers. We love a little bit of a challenge, and that certainly is one of those model challenges. Then we have the normal plastic parts. Let's just cut this open, shall we? There we go. And we start with a grey sprue. Oh, can't open it. There we go. Start with a grey sprue right over here. And let's have a look. And looking at the quality, I don't see, you know, normally from a 68 kit, you expect flash all over the shirt. Not happening here. Look at these shocks here. Springs very, very clean. Very, very clean indeed. I think they've done an awesome job over here. Looks very clean. The plastic is not too soft, which sometimes has happened with Hella before. No. These are obviously in our fender covers. Right over here as well. Right. There's a bit of a screen over here, and that I guess is possibly part of the exhaust or the air intake, who knows. Right. And a sway bar right over there. So that's not bad. There's another grey sprue right over here, which is more concerned with the wheels and the engine. There you go, both engine halves right over there. The valve cover, the radiator system, cooler system right over here. And the wheels, which actually look very neat, very nice. I think you can make them look very, very nice indeed. Then we have a blue sprue. Blue plastic. Here you go. Here you have the interior pedals, which are not bad. I mean, they're nice for a 68 kit. It's not bad at all. Then you have the bottom pan. Then you have the engine cover right over here. These are the fender extensions, and then a rear flap. This is where obviously the rear lights go in. And then last but certainly not least, we come to the star of the show, the rather squarish body of the R8. This is obviously where these blooming chrome things go in. Right, and handles, nice locator points over here, locator points for the lights. It looks good, man. It needs a bit of sanding, but yeah, otherwise looks good. Love the trim on the roof. It's not bad. I tell you what, guys, I have built a couple of Hella kits, and I like the subject they do. I do not always like the quality of their kits, but this one, and given the fact that it's a 1968 kit, it's not bad at all. I think you can have a lot of fun with it, and especially if you're an anorak, a rally fan, I think you should have lots of fun with this. Here we go. We had a look at the Renault R8 Gordini from Hella. Kit from 1968, 2001 repop, which obviously has been done something to the molds. They have upgraded the molds. They certainly have upgraded the instructions. The decal sheet looks nice and crisp. I think if you like these kind of things, 60s rally cars, I think that should be right up your sleeve. Thanks very much for watching, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.